Yes, my people, welcome back to another episode of All Things Arsenal, episode 12. And we're going to go into a couple of things today. We got, of course, look at the big game just this past week where Arsenal absolutely put Real Madrid in the spliff over the course of two legs, beating them 5-1 on aggregate and going to the Bernabeu and winning 2-1. They said, remontada, remonada. I didn't see nada. So we set up a tie with PSG, who even tried to bottle the game against Villa. We'll take a look at that. Also look at the Ipswich game, give my brief lineup for the game. And then, of course, we'll look at the women because they got a big semi-final against Lyon tomorrow at midday. Could both Arsenal men and women win the Champions League this year? Wow. Could it be? We all hope and pray. But yeah, we'll look at the Madrid game. So we got a penalty early on, and Saka tried to do a Panenka. Most of us were going crazy. We were going mad. But he made up for his error and he got a lovely goal. Dinked it over the goalkeeper. Merino played a sublime pass. He was magnificent over the two legs. Saka, what a finish. And then he done a beautiful celebration. One that will go down in history. Saliba tried to give Madrid a little bit of chance. Wakey Saliba. He literally didn't look over his shoulder. Vinicius got in. Bang. 1-1. Late on in the game, Martinelli broke away another pass from Merino. Martinelli clear, one-on-one with the goalie. Made it 2-1 to the Gunners. So, we've absolutely dealt with Madrid. Everyone before this game, when we drew Real Madrid, Arsenal are going to get absolutely spanked. 4-0, they said. 5-0, they said. A lot of us were thinking, oh, we're probably going out. But most Arsenal fans were saying it'll be close. We'll probably win the home leg. It's away at the Bernabeu. But we weren't expecting what happened. We took a 3-goal lead to the Bernabeu. And once we had that 3-goal lead, I think most people knew there was no chance, absolutely no chance of Real Madrid coming back. And that's what happened. They had no chance. We even went to their stadium and won the game. But look at a few players from Arsenal, because a lot of players, I'd say there's probably 10 standout players. 10 players probably stood out. Saliba in that first game, immense. Of course, in the second game, for 60 minutes of that game, he was excellent. We literally made Real Madrid resort to just spamming crosses in the box. Who would have thought that Real Madrid were turning into Stoke or even Arsenal at times? At times we've been resulting to just crosses, and we don't get the job done. But that is what we made Real Madrid do. So we gotta give big credit to Mikel Arteta. His game plan over the two legs, he outcoached, outfoxed Carlo Ancelotti. He made Real Madrid look like, I don't even want to say Spurs. That would be doing Spurs a disservice. It was more like Preston. Yeah, Preston probably gave us a harder game when we played them in the community, in the Carling Cup. Them and even Bolton probably gave us a harder game than this Real Madrid. Real Madrid need to hang their head in shame. They said who? Kylian Mbappe, Promiscuous Junior, Jude Fellaini, Eduardo Nakama, Bleacher Ninja. This Antonio, the scrub Rudiger. He's just a he's just a fighter. He's just UFC guy. Rudiger, you are an absolute disgrace what you've done to Miles Lewis Skelly. You tried to step on our boy's chest for no reason. Jude Bellingham. Oh my god, disaster class. Declan Rice showed who's the £100 million midfielder. If we said who's the £100 million midfielder, they wouldn't be saying Jude Bellingham. The whole of Real Madrid had stinkers upon stinkers. There's only one player, Thibaut Courtois. He can hold his head up high and say he played well. Carlo Ancelotti even had a stinker himself. He's now leaving after the Copa del Rey final. They probably announced that he'll leave after the Copa del Rey final just so they could try and get a boost. They can try and get a boost because they've tried everything against Barcelona. They've just been getting battered, 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 and they're probably going to get battered again. Especially if these players, you've got, what's his name, Roger. Roger, I'm going to call him. I used to call Martinelli Martin. That's big up to Ramon. We call him Martin, but now he's claimed his Ellie back. He's back called Martinelli. He snatched Roger's train. Roger's chain has been snatched. The real Brazilian was on show. Vinicius Jr., absolute horrendous performance. Mbappe, he had the chances. He absolutely bottled it. He bottled it. PSG have gone further than Real Madrid. Mbappe left PSG hoping to win Champions League at Real Madrid. Now they're not winning Champions League. PSG have more chance to win it. Can you imagine that? They're even playing as a team. Mbappe seems like he's cursed. He is cursed. He needs to stop this ego and work as a team. It's a team sport. It's shocking from a lot of these Real Madrid players. They should all be ashamed of themselves. Proper ashamed. They were embarrassing over those two legs. Arsenal own Real Madrid. 4 times played, 3 wins. If we face Real Madrid more often, I'm sure we would have gone further in the Champions League. Just give us Madrid. We own you. We own Real Madrid. Remontada. They had Rodrigo's dad going to the Bernabeu at 3:43 in the morning to pray. You're an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. What was he praying for? Was he doing judge? Where's the judge? Where's the judge? They told us the Bernabeu. This is what they told us. The Bernabeu. 90 minutes at the Bernabeu is like no other place. Big man, that is the biggest lie and biggest fallacy that I've ever heard. Not for Arsenal Football Club. 9 minutes in Scorcher's DMs are more dangerous than that 90 minutes at the Bernabeu because his take on Declan Rice is an absolute stinker. He's getting cooked, no doubt. No doubt he's going to be getting cooked. He maybe needs to hide for a little bit longer. Don't come outside. Do not come outside just like the Real Madrid players. But yeah, back to Arsenal. So we had Jakob Kivior. Oh my God. I said if Jakob Kivior plays, we probably won't win. What do I know? I need to say sorry. I need to say sorry to Jakob Kivior. He was sensational over those 2 legs. And he's earned our trust. He's earned our trust for the PSG game. He's earned our trust going forward, especially as they said, him and Saliba have never lost a game as a partnership. So, well done, Kivior. Sensational. Everything you done, you was aggressive, calm on the ball, making clearances, reading of the game. Very, very well done, Jakob Kivior. Miles, Lewis, Skelly, and Urian Timber. Because together, his mum can't tell the difference. So, I'm not going to differentiate from them. All I'm going to say is that between the two of them, they locked up anyone. All wingers got locked up. It was a myth. Vinicius, Rodrigo. If Mbappe tried to go over there, and then if they happened to not be there, Saliba, just there, marshalling Mbappe. Between the two of them, it was an absolutely outstanding performance. Going forward, defending 1v1. I don't know if they got beat. I don't think Miles Lewis Skelly got beat once. Timber might have only got beaten once over 2 legs. But between the both of them, they've been sensational. Sensational for us. It's like Lauren, Ashley Cole, part 2. You know that you're safe with these men at the back. You're very, very safe. You know most wingers in world football are gonna have a hard time. Done are the days when it was Bellerin, Monreal, Kolasinac, Debussy, whoever, whatever bums that we had to put at the back. Monreal, not so much, but still. We had a lot of bums at Arsenal Football Club at the back. And now we finally have good fullbacks. Fullbacks that are happy to defend one-on-one, happy to drive with the ball, drive forward. Miles Lewis Skelly marauding runs forward, composed on the ball, cooking people, dribbling past players, Timber, dropping the shoulder. Oh my God, these players are... I can't praise the boys anymore. Arteta, well done. Just well done. You 10 out of 10 from you. Thomas Partey. Oh, sensational. The only thing you didn't do correct is you fell for the trap from Antonio Rudiger. You fell for the trap and now suspended for the first leg against PSG. You need to start learning to do better. That was very, very stupid from you, because there were so many times in that game where you were starting to get into it with Rudiger and he got to you over the course of the 90 minutes. It was very, very silly. But on a footballing basis, that was just magnificent from Partey. Magnificent. That is what you want from your DN. Can you break up play? Can you split the line with these passes? Can you be composed, press resistant? Thomas Partey, he was all those things, all of those things. And next to him, Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Ah, two of the best free kicks you're ever going to see at the Emirates. Declan Rice put them in the top corner and in the corner against Real Madrid. And not just that, it weren't just that. Everything blocks. Him and Partey blocks upon blocks upon blocks. Last ditch challenges. Jude Bellingham was absolutely rattled. I don't think anyone's rattled Bellingham like Declan Rice. And that is the biggest praise I want to say from Declan Rice. He kept his head. He kept his composure. He was on a yellow card. Mbappe tried to dive and get a penalty. But no. Declan Rice. 2 man of the match performances. And now I need to see Declan Rice as my captain next season. I think it's time now. I think we can all agree. We wait till the end of the season, see how things play out. But we have a clear leader in Declan Rice. He's Partey. He told him, "Yo, what are you doing? Fix up. Get your head in the game." He's controlling everyone. That is what the leader should be. Declan Rice is a leader. He scored the most vital goals in the tie. What else could he do more? He couldn't have done more in these ties. He was sensational. And I just want to big him up. Big up to you, Rice. I never knew you had those free kicks in your locker. I thought it was just crosses. I should have knew better. I should have knew if someone can cross, they can surely score free kicks. Because if you're putting the ball into an area consistently, surely you'll be able to put the ball in the area of the goal on a consistent basis, which he done in the first leg. Second leg, oh, just as good. Just as good. Combative. Driving with the ball. Well done, Declan Rice, man. I could wax lyrical about you forever. Forever and ever and ever. Ah, I'm so proud of you, Declan. Well done. You came to Arsenal, we gave you a stage, and now you're flourishing. Well done, and thank you. Odegaard, not the best, but I'm just going to keep it positive. He needs to just fix up. All will be forgiven, Odegaard, if you come good in the next leg in the semi-finals. In the 2 legs of the semis, Odegaard, you need to fix up. You need to pattern up because those performances were no good. They were no good. And I don't like what I saw. I don't like what I'm seeing from you. Very negative. Passing the ball sideways, passing the ball backwards, taking too many touches. You need to start doing more of the playmaking. What we're used to seeing you do. Because especially, you played a part in, I think, it was the Saka goal. But that was all. Your pressing is magnificent. I can't fault your work rate off the ball. I can't fault it. Of course, you can get stuck in more, but still, just do better. Come on. Bukayo Saka, coming back from injury. He came back from his injury. First leg absolutely tormented Real Madrid. If we had a proper striker, proper number 9 to get on the end of some of those crosses, it could have been a massacre for Real Madrid. It could have been 6. It could have been 6 or 7 in the first leg because he was putting in some dangerous deliveries and nobody was there. And then in the second leg, he didn't let his head drop when he done something very stupid. A Panenka to the goalkeeper's side to the left. You always go down the middle. Maybe you miss it, but still, you should have just smashed it down the middle. And that is what footballers need to do more. Pressure moment, just smash it down the middle. 9 times out of 10, the goalie's gonna dive, so just smash it down the middle. So Saka, if you are gonna continue taking penalties for Arsenal, I don't want to see that again. Yes, it was 3-0 at the time, 3-0 at the time in the tie, but still, let's use your head, big man. Let's use your head. But you did come back from that with an absolutely wonderful finish. Beautiful from him. So, Saka, well done again. I know you're not fully up to speed, but I have to give you respect. Well done. Martinelli, a little bit quieter in the first leg. A little bit quiet. He got past Valverde a couple of times. But in the second leg, he was absolutely having fun. He put Endrick on a t-shirt. Absolutely cooked him. Put the ball through his legs. And like I said, he's took back his Brazilian status. They said he was joining the Cameroon national team, him and Gabriel Jesus. But now Martinelli has proved he is a Brazilian. And very, very crucial goal he scored to win the game for Arsenal at the Bernabeu. He stayed composed. We saw Garnacho yesterday. He didn't stay composed when he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But Martinelli, if you can start to find your goal-scoring boots towards the end of this season, we're going to be a lot more at ease against PSG. Because if we have the goal-scoring version of Martinelli from 2 seasons ago, oof, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are going to be a lot more confident about winning our first Champions League. And also, your defensive work rate doesn't go unnoticed. You and Saka getting back, helping the fullbacks. It's just magnificent. Magnificent. I'm so proud of the boys. So, so proud. Mikel Merino. Another apology. Him and Kivio, I have to say sorry. I weren't familiar with your game. You've been asked to play as a centre forward, a makeshift centre forward. You came on against Leicester, done the business, got 2 goals. And now against Real Madrid, 2 assists, 1 goal, and that finish, you took that like a pro. Henry, Ronaldo, these type of players, Etu, those strikers would be proud of that type of finish. Aguero, Suarez, Lewandowski, Benzema, those, they were all watching that and saying, what a finish. So Mikel Merino, you done your job, dropped deep into the midfield, helped out, kept the ball. That second leg performance was so good, so good, so good from you. 2 assists. Yeah, hold up play. I can't ask for more. That's it. You're not even a striker, but you've come and done your job. You've repaid the price tag of 20 whatever million. It's been paid. Sterling and Calafiori. We can't say the same for them, but we can say this. We can say Marino has fully paid back. It's probably paid double. He's probably paid double what he cost with those performances against Real Madrid. So big up to yourself, Mikel Merino. Sensational centre forward play. And all the subs, whoever came on, give yourself a tap on the back. It doesn't matter how little you played. Even those on the bench, it doesn't matter if you didn't come on. Give yourself a tap on the back. The medical team, whoever, well done to all of you. And lastly, I'll quickly, Mikel Arteta, I probably already spoke about him. We all know I put pressure on this guy. I'm saying this guy needs to win a trophy. But right now, the season's not over. The season's not over. We're in the semi-final of Champions League. He's outcoached, outclassed Carlo Ancelotti in Real Madrid. And he's proven he can cope with the elite, with the creme de la creme in Europe. He got us to a quarter-final last year. He's now got us to a semi-final. Can he go all the way? Because if he can, the statue's pending. I'll be the first to go and build it for him. Yes, I'm very critical of Mikel Arteta. But if he's able to win Arsenal their first Champions League, it's not just a 180, it's not just a 360, it's a 1000. I will be his biggest fan. I'm telling you, Arteta, well done on getting us to the semi-final. Now, please get us over the line. But now we'll look at the opponents. So, we're up against PSG. We've played them 3 times previously in the Champions League. A 2-2 draw at the Emirates in 2016-17 season, and a 1-1 draw at the Parc de France. And as we know, we beat them at the Emirates earlier this season. But they say it's a totally different PSG. And yes, they're still undefeated in the league. So it is a different PSG. But we've seen against Aston Villa, they are vulnerable. They were up 5-1. But somehow they tried their hardest to get Villa back in the game. It ended 5-4 on aggregate. So you can see their mentality is not there. They're not as defensively good as us. Yes, we might not be as good going forward, but I'd probably say we've probably scored a similar amount of goals in the Champions League as PSG. We've definitely conceded either the least or the second least goals in the Champions League Our defensive numbers are up there. Non-penalty goals, up there, all the way up there. Shots on target, we're definitely top. We're top of all these defensive stats. So, can we nullify them? Can Arteta come up with another game plan to do over PSG? Because I'm sure we would have been watching those games. I'm sure the analytics, the team analyzing those games will come up with a plan with Arteta. We will probably get over the line. I fully believe and expect Arsenal are going to get over the line against PSG. And I'm looking forward to potentially our first final since 2006, where we'll be waiting for either Barcelona, who we played in 2006, or Inter Milan, who we played earlier in the campaign. This is going to be memorable. So just some little stats for people to know. The final is in Munich. The 4 previous finals in Munich, every single one of them has been won by a team that's winning their first Champions League. So, if you believe in omens, Arsenal or PSG are gonna win their first Champions League this year. Because I do believe in omens. If we go through, the stars are aligning. Bearing that in mind, everyone that's played the final in Munich has won their first Champions League. Marseille, Dortmund, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, 2025, we shall see. The last 2 teams to knock out Madrid, Chelsea and Manchester City, went on to win their Champions League. Also, the last time we played Real Madrid, we went to the Champions League final in Paris, and we play Paris Saint-Germain next. The stars are aligning. The stars are aligning. But yeah, now I'll quickly move on to the Ipswich game. So I don't think much needs to be said. Calafiori, Jorginho, team news, they're out for this game. So my lineup is as follows: David Raya in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Kivior, and Kieran Tierney, the back 4. Going with Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Ethan Wanyeri in the midfield. And then, what's his name? Martinelli, Trossard, and Raheem Sterling as the front 3. I think that's more than capable of beating this Ipswich side. Because come on, as they say, come on boys, it's Ipswich. We should surely be able to beat relegation fodder. Maybe if we beat them, that's probably them down. Who knows? And I'll probably go with 3-0. 3-0 to the Arsenal. I think we're absolutely going to beat up Ipswich badly. Last but not least, the women. So, Arsenal women, we play Lyon tomorrow. Lyon, 8-time winners of the competition. Going to 6 of the last 9. Well, actually, 7 of the last 9 finals they've been to, winning 6. So Lyon have a lot of pedigree, and their manager is Joe Montemurro, who was our previous manager at Arsenal. So there's a lot of narratives going on. I believe the last time we played them, it might have been 5-1. We might have battered them. But this Lyon side is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. They got, what's her name? Diani. They've got a lot of dangerous players. But with Alessia Russo, if she's on fire like that Madrid game, we have a chance. We have a chance. So I'm just hoping the girls, they give a good account of themselves no matter what the result is. Renee Slagers has had a fantastic season. She's now 3 points behind Chelsea in the league. So can she get Arsenal to a final? Can Arsenal get to 2 finals? Of course, Van Domsela, she's out of the game. So Zinsberger's going to come in. She's going to need the game of her life, I'm sure, to get us through to the final, which will be against either Chelsea or Barcelona. It could be 2 finals with Arsenal and Barcelona. I don't know if that has ever happened, but I really hope that that does happen, because I'm sure the football gods are watching. They're watching and waiting. They want to crown someone. New winners. Because the women have actually won. They've won 1 Champions League. Can the men win their first 2? Can they both win a Champions League this season? It would truly be magical. I'm hoping and praying for Renee. I'm hoping and praying for her and the girls. So, that's been all things Arsenal, episode 12. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Gooners, this is our year, man. I feel it in my bones, man. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, people, man. Come on, you gunner.